You made plans 2 weeks ago. You were excited then. You said yes. You meant it. But now the day is here, and something inside you just shuts down. The thought of leaving your house feels exhausting. Getting dressed feels like a task you are not ready for. Making conversation feels impossible. So you send the text. "I'm so sorry, I'm not feeling well. Can we reschedule?" And you feel guilty, but also relieved. If this is you, you are not alone, and you are not a bad person. But you need to understand what is actually happening. Because this pattern is not just about being tired. It is not just about being busy. It is about something deeper, something psychological, something you have been avoiding looking at. Let me tell you what is really going on when someone cancels plans at the last minute. They're not canceling on you. They are protecting themselves. From what? From overstimulation, from social exhaustion, from the gap between who they think they should be and who they actually are, from the anxiety that has been building since the moment they said yes. Here's the truth. When you made those plans 2 weeks ago, you were a different version of yourself. That version had energy. That version felt optimistic. That version imagined going out and having a good time. But that version did not account for how you would actually feel when the day came. And now you are here, drained, overwhelmed, already exhausted before you even start. And the idea of putting on a smile and pretending to be fine feels unbearable. This is not laziness. This is not flakiness. This is your nervous system telling you it is already at capacity. Every social interaction costs energy, even the fun ones, even the ones with people you love. And if your battery is already low, the thought of spending what little energy you have left feels like too much to ask. Psychologists call this social battery depletion. Introverts and highly sensitive people experience it more intensely than others. Every conversation, every decision about where to sit or what to order, every moment of eye contact and active listening, it all adds up, and by the time the day arrives, you realize you have nothing left to give. But here's where it gets complicated. You feel guilty. You know your friend is disappointed. You know you're letting people down. You know this makes you look unreliable. So you beat yourself up. You tell yourself you should just push through. You tell yourself that normal people do not struggle with this. You tell yourself you are being selfish, and that guilt makes everything worse. Because now you are not just tired, you are ashamed of being tired. Let me tell you something you need to hear. Guilt will not give you more energy. Shame will not make you more social. Forcing yourself to go out when you are already depleted will only make you resent the people you were with and resent yourself for not enjoying it. You are allowed to have limits. You are allowed to protect your energy. You are allowed to say no even after you said yes. But here's the problem. You keep saying yes when you should be saying no. You say yes because you don't want to disappoint people. You say yes because you think this time will be different. You say yes because you feel obligated. You say yes because saying no makes you feel like a bad friend. So you agree to plans you are not sure you can keep. And then when the day comes, you panic and you cancel, and the cycle repeats. This is not a you problem. This is a boundaries problem. You have not learned how to honor your own capacity. You have not learned that it is okay to decline invitations without explanation. You have not learned that protecting your peace is not the same as being selfish. And until you learn that, you are going to keep canceling plans and feeling terrible about it. Let me explain what is happening in your brain when you make plans versus when you have to follow through. When you make plans, your brain is in planning mode. It imagines the best-case scenario. It thinks about the fun moments. It focuses on connection and excitement. But when the day actually arrives, your brain switches to survival mode. It assesses your current state. It checks your energy levels. It scans for threats. And if you are already stressed, already tired, already overwhelmed, your brain sees going out as a threat, not a fun activity, a threat. And your brain does what it's designed to do. It protects you by making you want to cancel. This is not weakness. This is biology. Your nervous system is trying to keep you safe. The problem is not that you cancel plans. The problem is that you keep making plans your nervous system cannot handle. You keep overestimating your capacity. You keep ignoring the signs that you need rest. You keep pushing yourself to be more social than you actually are, and your body keeps forcing you to stop. So, what do? How do you stop being the person who always cancels plans? You start by being honest. Honest with yourself about your actual capacity. Honest with others about your limits. Honest about the fact that you are not built for constant socializing, and that's okay. Here's what honesty looks like. When someone invites you out, don't automatically say yes. Pause. Check in with yourself. Do I actually have the energy for this? Do I genuinely want to go? Or am I just saying yes out of obligation? What does my schedule look like that week? How much alone time will I have to recharge? If the answer is not a clear yes, say no right then. Not 2 weeks later when you have to cancel. Right then. You don't owe people a detailed explanation. You don't have to justify your limits. I appreciate the invite, but I need to stay in that night is a complete sentence. People who respect you will understand. People who don't were never your people anyway. But here's the hard part. You also need to look at why you are so drained in the first place. Are you overcommitting in other areas of your life? Are you saying yes to too many things? Are you spending time with people who drain you? Are you avoiding something by staying busy? Because if you are constantly running on empty, no amount of canceled plans will fix that. You need to address the root cause. Some people cancel plans because they are genuinely introverted and need solitude to recharge. That's valid. But some people cancel plans because they are avoiding life. They are avoiding vulnerability. They are avoiding the discomfort of showing up as themselves. They are hiding behind the excuse of being tired when really they are afraid. Afraid of being seen. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of not being enough.
You need to know which one you are. Are you protecting your energy or are you protecting your fear? Because one is self-care, the other is self-sabotage. And if you are honest, you already know the answer. If you are someone who genuinely recharges in solitude, who finds peace in staying home, who feels more alive in your own space than in a crowded room, then honor that. Build a life that respects your wiring. Stop forcing yourself into a social mold that was never meant for you. Find friends who understand. Make plans that do not drain you. Choose quality over quantity. And stop apologizing for needing what you need. But if you are someone who is avoiding connection because it feels safer than risking rejection, who cancels plans because showing up feels too vulnerable, who stays home not out of preference but out of fear, then you need to push yourself, gently but firmly, because isolation is not peace. Avoidance is not self-care, and the longer you hide, the harder it becomes to step back into the world. Here is what you need to understand about the people in your life. They do not need you to show up perfectly. They do not need you to be the life of the party. They do not need you to have endless energy. They just need you to be honest. If you are tired, tell them. If you need to leave early, tell them. If you can only handle small doses of socializing, tell them. The people who care about you will adjust. The people who do not were never worth your energy anyway. And here is what you need to understand about yourself. You are not broken for needing more rest than other people. You are not weak for having limits. You are not failing at life because you prefer staying home. But you are responsible for communicating those limits. You are responsible for managing your capacity. You are responsible for not agreeing to things you cannot follow through on. Because every time you cancel, you are teaching people that your word does not mean anything. And that erodes trust, not just theirs in you, yours in yourself. So stop making promises you cannot keep. Stop saying yes when you mean maybe. Stop overextending yourself to please people who would not do the same for you. Start honoring your actual capacity. Start building a life that does not require you to constantly cancel plans because you are too burnt out to function. Start being the kind of person who only says yes when they mean it. And if you realize that you have been canceling plans because you are afraid, not tired, then it is time to face that. It is time to stop hiding behind excuses. It is time to start showing up even when it is uncomfortable. Because growth does not happen in your comfort zone. Connection does not happen in isolation. And the life you want is not going to come to your living room. You have to go out and meet it. This is not about forcing yourself to be someone you are not. This is about being honest about who you are and building a life that reflects that truth. You are allowed to need more rest. You are allowed to prefer solitude. You are allowed to have a smaller social circle. You are allowed to say no. But you are not allowed to keep lying to yourself and others about what you can handle. You are not allowed to keep making commitments you have no intention of keeping. You are not allowed to keep blaming your circumstances when the real issue is your boundaries. So here's what you do. You get clear on your limits. You communicate them honestly. You stop overcommitting. You honor your need for rest. And you show up when you say you will. Not because you owe it to anyone else, because you owe it to yourself. Because integrity matters. Because your word matters. Because the person you become is shaped by the promises you keep. Stop canceling plans at the last minute. Start making plans you can actually keep. And if that means fewer plans, so be it. Quality over quantity. Presence over performance. Truth over people-pleasing. That's how you stop being the person everyone expects to cancel. That's how you build relationships that last. That's how you respect yourself and others at the same time. You are not a bad person for needing what you need, but you are responsible for how you handle it. So, handle it with honesty. Handle it with integrity. Handle it with respect for yourself and the people in your life, because they deserve better than last-minute excuses. And so do you.